Hello and welcome to this episode of Kennedy Saves the World. So apparently I have to save the world from people's indiscretions because we are no longer able to compartmentalize areas of our lives, and our desires now bleed into our work. And when we're caught, we claim to be the victims of a political witch hunt. At least that's what happened with, I still can't get enough of the story about Senator Ben Cardin's staffer, who did put the staff in staffer, getting caught having sexual intercourse in a Senate staffing room or a Senate meeting room rather. And I know you've heard about this story, but it's kind of a national trend of people who do really stupid, sort of inexplicably dumb things. They get caught, and then the immediate reaction is to blame everybody else, to project whatever is roiling inside and turn that outward and blame other people, particularly a political party that you are not a member of. You blame them for attacking you under the umbrella of a political witch hunt. And so now somehow you are the victim. And as I was writing about this for the Daily Mail, which you can find the link on my X page at Kennedy Nation, it's up there right now. It's a fun read. What a lark! There were quite a few things that I had to cut out of the article because they have decency and standards, which I'm learning at this point in my long broadcasting writing career. But it's still fun. Decency is something that people like Hunter Biden and this handsome kid who was working for a senator, on this very impressive track, probably a hard worker, probably could use his tongue prettier than a $20 whore, which, was evidenced in that very, very explicit video that the Daily Caller was kind enough to show the world. But these kinds of people, they do dumb things. Like, if I never have to see a picture of Hunter Biden's crack engorged meatwad for the rest of my days, I think I'll be just fine. I will actually be better off if I don't have to see the first son naked with a bunch of whores ever again. Could we have ever imagined this about Amy Carter or Chelsea Clinton or Jenna and Barbara Bush or Sasha and Malia Obama? No, wouldn't have occurred to us that human beings would be capable of photographing themselves in various stages of drugged up nudity and then leaving it all on a laptop, leaving the laptop at a laptop repair shop. And then it's like a fortune cookie that we constantly crack open, and we're just learning new little nuggets and tidbits about Hunter's testes. So Hunter, now that the noose is tightening around his neck and his privates, because I think a lot of people in the Democrat establishment are trying to force his dad out, so they're applying pressure to Hunter with these new indictments, of which we already spoke. And of course, Hunter's reaction is, they're just trying to kill me because they're mad at my dad because of politics. So that's why they're showing my weed. That's why they loaded up my crack pipe. That's why they made me have unprotected sex with a stripper. No, none of those things are true. And again, that's a person who can't take responsibility for their action. But same with this handsome Cardin aide who was eating hot dogs with his bottom. He came out and said that he was being politically persecuted for who he chooses to love. I don't think the sort of ass play they were engaging in a Senate meeting room could constitute love. It was something. And I don't think people are grossed out about it because there was some hot man-on-man action. I think it's really that that kid felt like it was a great idea to just start butt boning in a Senate meeting room. That was really something that takes a specific level of bad judgment that most of us cannot conceive of. We maybe think about things, and maybe you indulge in things in the wildest slivers of moments in your life, but you probably do them in spaces that are not directly related to the sensitive work you're doing for the federal government, which again, maybe speaks to a larger problem. Maybe there are too many people who have access to these places because the federal government is too large and employs too many people. And if you have that many people who are interested in doing, forward facing cowgirl in these supposedly locked up hotspots, if they have access to those places after hours and just go in with their friends willy nilly, Tom, Dick, and hairless, undetected, maybe we have too many people on the federal payroll. I think that's what the whole thing might boil down to. But also, if you get these urges, don't indulge them. And if you do indulge them because you are stupid and apparently you hate being employed, then don't blame other people. Don't turn this into something where all of a sudden it's anti-gay because people are grossed out that you couldn't keep it in your pants. I don't care if you're 24 and brand new to Capitol Hill, supposedly you've gotten through college. You had to have signed some document that promises to comport yourself within the acceptable bounds of the senator's office for whom you serve. But when you do get caught, don't try and turn it around as some sort of political culture war with bayonets aimed directly at your ween, because that is not what this is about. It's about people's inability to curb their indiscretions. And then when they are caught playing the victim and blaming everyone else, it is such a tired playbook. So, yeah, you got played because you did it yourself. I mean, you really did the nasty with your sausage gobbling contest that, I don't know if you would call him the winner because he did get fired, but in terms of OnlyFans, a lot of upside potential for this handsome chap. Well, there you go. Keep it locked up. Just like Trump supporters wanted to with Hillary Clinton. Lock up your privates so we can all have a peaceful end of the year. This has been Kennedy Saves the World. I'm Kennedy.
Listen ad-free with a Fox News Podcast Plus subscription on Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Prime members can listen to this show ad-free on the Amazon Music app.
Oh, go ahead and leave me a review while you're there. I'd love to hear what you have to say. You've been listening to Kennedy Saves the World on the Fox News Podcast Network.